The government is peddling ahead with a multi-million-dollar cycle network designed to help road users and cyclists be safe. But one group believes students cycling to school are still unsafe, saying more needs to be done. Jared McCulloch with this.
Nearly a quarter of cyclists aged between 10 and 19 are killed or injured in cycle accidents in New Zealand, and one group says more needs to be considered around cycle safety.
They say it's too complex, and what they need to do is have more than a recommended, it needs to be a mandatory passing distance.
The government is committed to providing better cycle networks around the country. Christchurch is one of them. Associate Transport Minister Craig Foss believes the government is making gains in cycle safety, rolling out new urban cycleway projects, improving infrastructure, providing programs and awareness campaigns. However, Rees wants speeds outside schools reduced to help combat it further, so students can cycle to and from their education provider safely.
In Europe, it is law. In Europe, the vulnerable road user is the one who has the rights, not the driver. A child that's walked or cycled to school is much more alert, much more aware of things than a child that's just been dropped off, hauled out of bed, given some breakfast and dropped off at school. So yeah, they'll totally benefit from that.
The group wants to see the recommendation from the Cycling Safety Panel take shape, seeing a 1 metre distance between drivers and cyclists in zones up to 60 kilometres an hour and 1.5 metres above that. The change could be a start.
I mean, it is a whole cultural thing. We do need to change the culture of how people drive here, but sharing the road with the most vulnerable, and that's children on bicycles, because they've not read the road code, they don't know the rules and regulations. That is the prime thing that we need to do. If that doesn't happen, there won't be such a huge increase in cyclists because it's still too dangerous.
But changing the law won't just allow for safety amongst road users.
It will actually cure the congestion problems, amongst other things, and just make roads generally a lot safer than they are now.
She says the changes will allow more younger students to bike to school each day. It's a big step, but the group is confident.
Whatever you do, avoid the cyclist, because the cyclist needs to have this safe route. It's bullying otherwise. You know, if you're bashing the small cyclist, it's like bullying a child.
The struggle continues to make everyone safe on our roads. Jared McCulloch, CTV News.